The Jahu gargoyle. Bring it back here and we shall examine what form will do to help us. Albrecht may have told you to build that thing, but given how he used people and threw them away, he may not have cared for your safety. If that gargoyle is a threat, you must take it from the sanctum immediately. Now, activate it.
At last! If ignorance is bliss, then you, Tenno, must be ecstatic. Come on then, bring it closer. Wakey, wakey.
Where did that come from? Identify yourself!
Please, Loid, let them figure it out. Hello! That's the right direction. Oh, who's a good biped? Yes, very good. Keep going. Here, in the jar. What? The fish with the big brain? Yes, the fish with the big brain. Can we please finally get this interminable process over with?
Albrecht used you to give the Cavia a voice, just as he used me to keep them alive. Such a resourceful man.
So, here we are then, the best of what's left. Clearly, Papa's plan was countered. Color me surprised. Right then, we may proceed with the sequence.
You animals have observed us all this time, have you not? You've given yourself a role in the sequence?
Indeed we have. Oh, come, Loid. It's named after Papa's favorite pet. Spare the rod and spoiled. We know the fragmented ones are heralds of the indifference. We know the chosen operator must summon and destroy them. And regrettably, you, Loid, have made this impossible.
Choose your words carefully, fish.
Tenno, the grimoire is incomplete. The final page hidden away by Loid. Be a darling and retrieve it. That's all. Run along.
So be it. The gift of decency was clearly not bestowed upon the Cavia, Tenno. But I cannot deny the page's current status is lost.
Talk! I can talk! Hey! Oh, Mr. Loid! Mr. Loid! Where is Papa? Why did Papa leave us? Mr. Loid!
Papa is gone. We could all be gone too. In an instant. Like, we have to keep quiet.
Okay.
To boil this down for you, should the indifference's corrupting touch reach us and take back our speech, we would be screwed. So, Dialog, and eradicate the murmur in this patch before the big bad gets word that Loid's awake and the fish is talking.
Tenno, There is some truth to what the fish says. That page was the last thing my Albrecht ever wrote. Meant for me. Since I had no interest in reading his endless self-justifications, I hid it away instead. But with all this chaos, it's undetectable.
Is missing a digit, it is confined to the strands of Kra. Don't ask, your old tiny mind would likely pop under the strain of understanding. This limitation is our one hope.
Do not patronize the Tenno fish. The strands of Kra are merely void renderings of the chains of cause and effect. Conceptually embodied timelines, if you will.
That was daughter excelled at explaining complicated concepts in childish terms. I see now where she learned it. us are moments away from an extinction grim, black, and final. So, if you would be so kind, finish up so I can point you toward that sodding page! It was a long walk towards
How about you give me the page instead, kiddo? Consider it part of our deal.
It's done. Keep it to yourself, Tenno. I'm damned if I'm giving Albrecht the last word.
Filled hand raps upon the untimed door, and sans grimoire, we are undone! We've been rumbled!
Thank Void. Listen, the Murmur diverted your extraction jump. We need you back at the Sanctum, now! Hurry! It's taking the labs inch by inch. Well, I won't let it take his bloody Cavia!
The sodding indifference seeks a path through the walls! And then, Tenno, through you! Keep it at bay! The strand holds. The indifference approaches. Soon, It will take on mass.
Get out! There is nothing for you here! Get out! Out!
Tinu! The grimoire must speak with its own voice.
Loid, you gave me back my sight, but I would not spare you a glance. You gave me back my voice, but I never spoke to praise you as I should have. For you were my right hand, my strength, my support, my sanctuary. Even when the galleries hurled scorn upon me, your sole desire was to suffer it in my stead. On your first day of service, you aspired to be worthy of me. I only wish that I could have been worthy of you, my lord.
No. No. Operator.
The strand of claw has been cut, while the indifference remains undeterred. I foresee a grim and continuing struggle to safeguard Papa's laboratory from its fell and ruinous grasp.
Indeed. I shall not waver. Protect the vessels. Repair. Rebuild. So runs the Kalimo sequence. And such is our task. In the version of the past we saw, my Albrecht said we were too late. The solution, naturally, is to arrive on time next time. You keep the murmur at bay, I shall fulfill my role. Punctuality. The Entrati family never could arrive on time without my help. And so, here I am, back to my old role, the diligent servant. Albrecht would have smiled at that, I think. He said, "Do not let it see you weeping, Loid."
We had a deal. The deal was shook. A little handshake, all it took. Though from the deal, the wee child ran.
Yet still, we end as we began.
Samples over here, if you please. You've met the animals? The catastrophe Albrecht saddled me with? Well, any ideas? Their roles were intended to be filled by qualified personnel. People! Instead, we have this. It's bad comedy. They're imprinted with whatever information they need to function, and an understanding of our current state of affairs, including Albrecht's absence. They were sent into the Void using a bell of the same design that Albrecht initially used. The Void got in, somehow. Again. One of the animals was lost, and the rest came back like that. We placed them in stasis, pending a proper examination. For them, the disaster, intelligence, and selfhood all occurred only hours ago. They're psychological shrapnel. And they're all we've got. See what you can do with them. I simply do not have the time. The debris of monstrousness. This ought to... Company is always welcome down here.
I say, would you care for a quick excursion? Yes. Operator, correct? Drifter, perhaps? You'll find our merry band share that unconventional relationship with their appellations. I am Fibonacci. Papa's design has uplifted me to function as the coordinating factor of this little group. You, may have heard that one of our number was consigned to paradise before our return from the Void. Min. Tagfer's mate. Yes, most unfortunate. Too often it is the good and the young who forge our future, laying their lives upon progress's unfeeling anvil. Now, let us apply ourselves to the grand work at hand, and deny our minds melancholy's frigid caress. To work! Gather the others. Off you trot.
Mr. Tagfer is very still and very quiet. Like a dead thing in the hot green thing I think that came from. Jungle. He must be practicing. Mr. Tagfer? Wow, he's really good at that. Dead thing. Is Min a dead thing? Can my friends be dead things? Can I be a dead thing? Oh, Papa will bring her back. Papa can do that. Papa will let us be dead things. Papa, bark, loves us. Yes, bark, bark. Mr. Fibonacci, he'd know. Papa's plan, he said. So, You got it. Okay.
I like you. You're not like the others here, are you? 1 minute, I existed only to eat and flee and breed. The next I was me. But Min, did Min have time to be Min? Before she and I, we were the last. Did you know that? Without her, there's no more us. No more Tagfer and Min. No soft calls. No gentle nuzzling muzzle. No little Tagfers. No little Mins. Ever. Fibonacci says we have to trust that it's all part of Papa's plan. How? Why? And now, I have a purpose. So the fish says. To help you. In the ways in which I have been instructed. But all I want is to be with her. Min. Papa never wanted anyone to know what he was up to. That's why he built the Netracells. Little hideaway vaults. Not even Loid knows what he got up to in there. I want to know. I can get you into the anchor hold, where Albrecht stored all his key glyphs. They're on a rotation timer. Only one Netracell can be opened at any given time. And before you can do that, you've got to find the Netracell and neutralize any opposition. Impossible for a guy like me, but maybe not for someone with a working pair of opposable thumbs. What do you say? Oh, hello. You see what I see over that way? A monument to something taken from me. Forever. When you rebuild Papa's vessels, rip that one's head off next time.
By my Albrecht's own hand, to protect the chosen operator from the hazards of his laboratory. This design is yours, by right. I intend to keep the promise I made to him. When the time is right, and the equipment repaired, I will assist you to travel back to the past, to the pivotal year of 1999. Perhaps, between us, we may change history. Loid.
Chosen operator, a friendly suggestion. You could do so much more with those melee weapons of yours. I donate my wisdom on both tool and technique. Listen well. Tenukai, a fighting technique fusing void and bestial instinct. Raw power. While I have never used Tenukai, I understand it perfectly. Somewhat of a mind master. Enough so that lost materials pertaining to Tenukai have been stored just out of my reach in the sanctum. Tools. Papa was not one to rest. Use this segment to unlock more potential for your arsenal. The arcane was an art and science that Papa studied well. The convexity of my bowl a magnifying glass on his research, and now your gain. Install this segment, acquire melee arcanas, find Tenukai modules, and observe the results. A swift deletion of your foes.
Operator, are you enjoying the view?
I suppose you deserve a little something for your efforts. Only little, though. Papa must believe this aids in conditioning, I suppose. Yes, that's it. Gather round now. I have much to impart.
I wanted them organized. They're organizing. Void preserve us.
Now, let us review. In our time thus far, you have both done, better than expected.
Mr. Confident, isn't he? Very polished. I didn't see him helping.
Yeah. But then, there's more for us to do.
Right.
However, some of us are still allowing the past to exert undue influence upon our minds. Minds Papa gifted to us in order that we might aid in the fulfillment of his grand and masterful plan. Of which our dear friend Min's unfortunate passing was a tragic component.
You okay, Mr. Fibonacci?
What? Yes. Please do not interrupt.
Well, I'm sure it'll work out wonderfully.
Mr. Tagfer? Mr. Tagfer? You look mad. Why are you mad, Mr. Tagfer? Huh? Mr. Tagfer? Why are you mad?
Bound for a while, will you? I do not consider this an effective use of resources. What do I know? Have at it! Don't listen to the fish. Papa must believe this aids in conditioning, I suppose.
Mr. Fibonacci? Mr. Fibonacci? Mr. Fibonacci? Mr. Fibonacci! Mr. Tagfer's been bumping his head against that pipe a lot. I mean, a lot. Mr. Fibonacci! Why is Mr. Tagfer bumping
I
his...
bloody know! I don't know, Birdtree. Tagfer? One couldn't help but notice your behavior taking on an idiosyncratic bent of late. Is everything quite all right? Tagfer? Tagfer?
What reason would I have to think everything isn't quite all right? Should I rephrase?
I merely wished to comfort you, to aid you, if I can, in this, the moment of your grief.
Another word.
Oh, I've had quite enough of this. You are not the only one here dealing with the horrors that besieged us in that accursed bill. The fears, the nightmares, the guilt.
What would any of us have to feel guilty about? Fibonacci?
My ally yet. A friend. You understand the tortures as you were.
One I'm never alone. The debris of monstrousness. Let us learn from it. This ought to better times ahead.
Yes, good. You are my ally yet. A friend. Papa has set aside certain things for you. All right, there you go. Back to work. Stop him! Anyone! He's lost his mind! My cat! Oh, by the void! He's killed me!
Stop! Stop!
I'm leaking!
You're fine. What in blazes?
What the hell do you care? You put us in that bell. You watched as she...
I saved your lives! Do you really think Albrecht thought to freeze you? To preserve you? That was me! In the hope that we might find a cure for...
For void exposure.
Then that means...
The clock's still ticking. We're gonna die.
I'm working on it.
I don't care. I want the fish.
What?
He did it! He killed her! He killed Min!
What? I just told you that you're going to... Hold on a minute. The specimen... Min... was lost to the void.
Vented to the void by him.
Why would...
To save himself, or so the coward thought. Tell them what you did. The void had penetrated the bell. It was in there with us. Before it started talking, though, it made us smart enough to understand it. And that's when Fibonacci here lost his shit. Panicked. Tried to get it out by blowing the seal. Min was closest when it popped.
After the monitors failed, Albrecht wondered how you all came to be exposed to that degree. Fibonacci?
His name isn't Fibonacci. Of the four of us, he's the only one without a name. Aren't you, mate? Weren't even part of the group. Didn't even get a label. A late addition is all he was. An afterthought. A fish. Why name something too stupid to hold a memory for longer than 15 seconds?
I want to hear what...
He's killed me! You killed us! All of us!
Papa.
Forever kissing the fist that beats you. Papa? Papa is a stinking liar. Min and I were the last Surfalites. But Albrecht didn't see our species as having worth. We were just one more component in one more experiment, and Papa didn't think much of the results. So, tag for disposal. That was us. Both of us were Tagfer. But I won't let her go on with that. I gave her something better. She's Min. We were never meant to be here. We only ever had each other. And now, not even that. Papa? Papa? Spineless, void-damned Albrecht. I want to find him as bad as you do. And you'll know when I do. Because his head's going right in your stinking tank.
I never meant to. Loid. You can't imagine what it was like. To suddenly exist is horror enough, but to suddenly exist, to comprehend so much, only to be faced with extinction. I'm sorry.
Walk, 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 walk.
Benighted Valley, besieged and friendless as we are, you have stood with her. Spoiled for choice, I'd say. With my compliments.
All right. Tagfer? Fibonacci?
Listen, I can work with the fish. The murmur has to be kept in check.
Tagfer,
Like it or not, the fish is more clued in to Albrecht's diseased brain than I could ever be. If I'm going to find that prick, I need the fish.
Tagfer, you won't regret this. I promise.
Goes to show, fish. You ain't as smart as you'd like. And your promises are shit. I already do.
He made you a widow, but he made me a murderer!
Hey! Hey! Hey, 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 hey! If this is smart, I want to be dumb. Yell, 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 yell! Hit and hurt and hurt! We lost it all. We lost green and run and food want and smell follow and sky blue and min. And all we got for all that losing are these big brains. Big brains in each other. And you want to lose that too? Brains by being dumb and each other by throwing us away. We're all we got. Nobody knows what it's like being us. Nobody but us. You're not mad at each other. You're mad at you. You can't hurt everything that hurt you. Sometimes things just hurt. Sometimes things not wrong. Sometimes things just are. We're all we have left. And you want that to die too. And knock it off!
The scene rises. The light fails. Lovers cling to each other and children cling to us. The moment we cease to hold each other, the moment we break faith with one another, the sea engulfs us. And the light goes out.
What's that?
Something from Albrecht's library.
No. I mean, what's that? You don't look right. Shit. Neither do I. Loid?
Your color. The void sickness is advancing. Remaking you the way the murmur remakes everything.
Loid?
I'm close to a means to reverse the process. I think.
You think?
I need to return to my instruments. Forgive me.
Bird 3. Bird? Hey. Bird?
Loid! Loid is behold! With my compliments.
The chamber is sealed. Prepare for saturation. I've done all I can. Increasing saturation! Their levels of decay aren't shifting. Pushing to maximum! I'm sorry. I tried. I daren't open the chamber. The radiation in you. I don't know what.
Is there nothing?
We're done, Fish. No point in howling about it.
Just gonna sit down. Will we be like Min now?
We'll all get to meet her, Bird. Don't you worry about nothing. You can talk her ear off, and she'll love you for it. Bird? Bird?
Tagfer.
It's not your fault, Fib. We just played the hand we were dealt as best we could. Not your fault. None of our fault. Fib? So long, Fish. Loid, you did good.
Bad comedy. Their void contamination levels are dropping. Of course. Huzzah. At least I'll be able to bury... Their contamination levels haven't dropped. They've... alchemized. You were dead.
I guess it didn't take. There's definitely some weird crap going on with us right now. You want to explain this? We're...
incandescent. Some kind of chromatic volatility? A side effect of void and anti-void and something I can't quite identify. A reaction that saved your lives, but... did that?
I look ridiculous!
We look beautiful!
We look purple!
Not me. I want to be yellow.
Good grief.
How did he do that?
I wanna be red.
Whoa!
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm still purple.
Everything's green, so everything's clean. Let's get you out of there.
Everything is not green. Void. I'm green. I'm green. The threat persists, and we stand ready! A consummate triumph! The fins will...
Hey, listen. Thanks for... well, giving us a purpose. Stopping us breaking apart. Better to be alone together, right? The last little while has been the... well, happiest is a stretch, but least miserable I've been since all this happened. We all owe you for saving what little we had left. But just so we're clear, when we find Albrecht, the old man is mine. Even if I have to go through Loid to get to him. Just promise me you won't laugh.
Listen, I only been thinking for a little while, and think I might have been dead there for a bit, so maybe I'm not doing it right, but I know I'd have been dead for more than a bit if it wasn't for you. So anytime you want to go in that chamber and get irradiated and then killed and then come back as a rainbow like we did, I'll ask Mr. Loid to put it back together, and I'll be the one pulling the lever on ya. That's what they call returning a favor, I think. Anything for you, pal. You're a regular bird 4.
Sam, when the grandchildren were still very small, Kalimos fell sick. I did what I could, but there seemed to be no hope. Albrecht took Kalimos away, out of our sight. He told us she was recovering, and mustn't be disturbed. And one bright morning, Kalimos came running up to greet us. All better. I often wondered if he simply cloned her, and the original had died. If he did, he never gave any sign of it. So far as Albrecht was concerned, Kalimos was Kalimos. I'm glad the Cavia made it, Tenno. I couldn't help Kalimos, but we saved them, didn't we?
Splendid.